Now, there are a few words that you may have already heard in this lesson and that you will hear through the course of this lesson that I wanted to make sure we could review together to get all on the same definition. The first one is to listen. Now, when we listen, we are hearing the words, the ideas, and the intentions of another person. That's right, it goes beyond just letting the words come in and be heard and really incorporating them into our understanding of the other person and the situation that we're in. The next one is consent. Now, with consent, we are checking in with our partner to make sure we respect their boundaries. Now, forms of consent that you might want to think about in this class may be touch. Does the person feel comfortable being touched on their shoulder? It could be volume. At what level does volume start to become concerning for the person that you're working with? It could also be proximity, how close you are to the other person. So before going into scenes, you'll always want to ask for consent. Consent. You'll also want to practice observe. Now, observe is using all of our available senses with curiosity to better understand a situation or another person. Now, you're going to do a lot of observation today, especially as you're working with your partner. You want to observe what they are doing so you can give a good response. The next one is collaborate. Now, when we collaborate, we are receiving the ideas of others and using them to influence our own thoughts and ideas, and doing the same in return. Collaboration is teamwork. It's working together to accomplish a task. The next one is consensus. Now, consensus is making a choice as a group that everyone can feel comfortable with. You'll want to practice consensus so that everyone feels like they are contributing to the final artistic form. Now, moving over into some very explicit theatrical vocabulary, one that we'll want to think about is an offer. Now, when we make an offer, that is us doing any form of action in a theatrical performance that somebody can respond to. So an offer. We also want to keep in mind that gift mindset, which we've talked about, which is recognizing that every offer from another actor is a gift that we can use to form our response. Now, response is the return to an offer. So someone gives us an offer and we give a response. Offer, response. Offer, response. Very good. So we're going to be leaning into our instincts, letting our performance be influenced by the offers of others. Now, choice, when we make a choice, we are being very specific with which offer we want to choose and which response we want to make. So at a certain point in this activity, you will start making choices. And the last one is rehearsal. That's right, rehearsal. Rehearsal is a really important part of the theatrical process. Every actor, before they step on stage, is going to go through a rehearsal process, which means that they practice their choices toward a consistent performance. So that is where we practice, we rehearse, and we repeat until we get to a consistent form. So that's some of our vocabulary for today's class to be able to keep in our brains and start learning as we practice it through our activities.